All right, sports fans, welcome to Sports Night with Jorge Monday Night Breakdown. So, I haven't started the intro. I'm working on that, guys. I want to thank you so much. Those that have subscribed to the channel, thank you so much. And there's a lot of stuff that I'm going to talk about today. Not going to be a long video, but just to make it short and simple. I do already have a chat, super chat on my channel. You're going to see it. And I also have a membership. So if you want to join, there's a membership on my podcast, and you could join in. It's not much. I think it's $1.99. That's all it is, guys. But there is a membership there, and then super chat also. So my main thing here is the breakdown is what happened during the weekend. So we had so much to talk about, but just gonna talk about a main topic. It was the playoffs, the championship. Tough loss. Hey, you gotta give credit where credit's due. Okay, New England, listen, what Grable has done with that team, it's incredible. But now the real task is in the Super Bowl against the Seattle Seahawks. But let me tell you something about those two games. The game was close once the weather came in, and I talk about Denver, and the weather came in. It was so tough for both teams. I'm watching this game with my wife in the living room, and I say, wait a minute. The first one that scores a field goal before the storm comes in, it's going to win the game. And that's exactly what happened, guys. Exactly what happened. It was, you could say, nasty, snowy, slippery. And listen, I know that they lost Bo Nix in the playoffs. It was tough. Now, both teams should have capitalized, miss, field goals, but at the same time, turnovers. That's one thing in this league. You turn over the ball, the margin of winning is kind of low. Then we have the other side, which is the actual Seattle and the Rams. Now, listen, this is why it's important that we realize one thing in this league, right? How coaches survive, how coaches doesn't survive, how they make the team, how they don't make the team. And I'm gonna break some contracts for you guys that you guys are gonna flip out when you hear this percentage of coaches that has a contract over 3 years. But let me go with the game first. I don't want to jump to that conclusion yet. Okay, so now you have the Rams down 27, 31, 27. Under 4 minutes, 5 minutes in the game. Quote me if I'm wrong. Why did you win on fourth down instead of kicking the field goal? You see, these are decisions. Now, is it a bad decision? Maybe not at that time. You want to take the lead. But if you just score a field goal, you're down 31-30. You still got a chance to get the ball. But those are decisions that really down the road, maybe the coach says, man, that's a mistake on me. I should have gone for the field goal. But listen, it's okay. It was a great game. Both teams, let me tell you. Stratford for me is just amazing, man. And congratulations to Donald. I mean, it's about time that Sam Donald, goes to Super Bowl. He deserved it. He worked hard. And this is a guy with an oblique injury, okay, and performed amazing, okay? Now, I knew it's not going to be a blowout. I know it's going to be a close game. They battle all year, okay, these two teams. So at the same time, hey, congratulations to Seattle and the New England Patriots. Now, what's going to happen in the Super Bowl? I'll let you guys know on Friday night. That is my next segment, the Friday night one that I'm going to do. I have a Monday night and a Friday night. So let me give you some stats. If you guys missed the stats in the Super Bowl in the playoffs yesterday, not Super Bowl, sorry, in the playoffs, I was looking at it. I mean, total yards. Let me just look at this. It's incredible, especially in the first game, the 3 o'clock game. 181 for Denver, 206 for New England. Okay, yesterday game, which is a wild one, the Rams have 479 yards on that Seattle defense. But of course, they always battle good. Seattle only had 396. So it was a seesaw battle. I mean, that's the way I saw it. They got comfortable in the beginning, and the you're so pumped up, and you start off fresh and strong, and you build momentum, and then suddenly you settle in, and that's happened to every football team so far. Now, the credit I do give is to the New England Patriots. Now, I did pick them, but I picked the Rams over Seattle. Now, when I did that, I like both teams. I think either team, could be the New England Patriots. Why I say that? Because May is a young quarterback, and now he's going to really feel the pressure of the Seattle Seahawks. Let's see, but I haven't made my pick yet. I evaluate all this. I look at injuries. I look at and look, and that guy that actually was called up for the game. The guy who blocked the field goal for the New England Patriots. It's just amazing how players just coming into this game, and a player that hasn't played comes in and makes a key block on the field goal. So it's amazing to see all that, guys. And but yeah, we have decided to add this show once again. Let me go back to this show about doing it on Mondays and Fridays. I would like to do it live, but it's going to start at 7 o'clock, as you see. Uh, I'm here at 7, so and short and simple, not a big deal. I still have a lot to talk about the Dolphins, GM, the new head coach. There's things that I'm seeing. I'm trying to tell fans don't get too excited about it, and it's not to get excited. It's a new regime. It's something new. We need something fresh, okay? But here when I tell you this, and I'm gonna dig into more, and I'm gonna get more specific information on this. Coaches that coach in this league, 3 year or less, okay? You want to call it tier one, tier two, tier three, whatever you want to call it, okay? Their winning percentage is 38% in the league. Now, we're not talking about the Andy Reids. We're not talking about the John Harbaugh. We're not talking about who just left Pittsburgh, Mike Tomlin. They're winning records. They're okay. I'm just putting out coaches that just get picked, defensive coach, offensive coach, whatever, and starting this league and has 3 year contract before they extend. You know when they extend 5 years? When you have back-to-back good season and you do the evaluation. 38%, guys. That is a low. That is not good in the National Football League. So what happened? You give a coach a chance. I'll use McDaniel as an example. Comes in, back-to-back season, great. Then the last 2 seasons, extend his contract, and then went downhill. Okay, and there's a lot to do with that. There's a lot to do with that. And this is where I tell fans to just step back a little bit, because signing this coach and signing Sullivan, the GM, for 5 years, we're in for a long 5 years. Okay, how long? If you think that this is going to change overnight, it's not going to happen. That, yeah, give us a little bit of hope and give us a little chance of see what we have. Remember, the main thing of this team right now is the salary cap. Players that need to be traded, players that need to be released, players that might have to be structured contract. Okay, we know Tyreek Hill's not going to be here. You're hearing this all over the media, but we don't know that. Okay, we don't know the health, the status of Tua Tagovailoa, what's going to happen to him. If he decides to stay, not to stay, they're going to trade him, restructure that contract. There's so much we could talk about, and we just don't know, because these guys, believe it or not, and listen, I saw their press conference. I saw what they were talking about. And I'm going to say something. It looks so good. It looks so hyped, right? But that's on paper. Okay, so we have to wait till the real stuff starts. Now we got draft coming up. We got free agency coming up. We got so much. But the salary cap, this is something that I think will hurt the Miami Dolphins. Unfortunately, it will hurt. Now, will they be smart enough to really, really do something with it? Maybe. Maybe they could find a way out to save some money. And you will if you cut Tyreek Hill. You will. And I look at Waddle future. And I look at this team, okay? Because I see Sullivan background as a recruiter, the knowledge that he has about recruiting players and getting great players, and you know that from Love and Aaron Rodgers and probably even Brett Favre. I mean, great quarterbacks and great receivers and great defensive players, because he finds talent and he finds great player. But the culture is different. See, that's one thing. Here we go again with the culture. It's a culture change. Okay, uh, If you guys have a chance, look at Grable. Uh, Grable, I think it was yesterday. Yesterday, I think it was when he was interviewed by one of the head coaches in one of those network, and he said that he learned when he was in Cleveland, just as the backup, backup coach. They're learning the system, learning what it is, and it's about loving each other, loving these players. Why? Because these players, man, let's be honest, they're human beings. They have emotions. They go through things in life, and you try to build, right? To build a chemistry and build a foundation with a family, right? So we all family in this. We lose together, we win together. You see, and that's one thing that I noticed. This is what probably Sullivan and Heffler is going to bring in the new head coach of the Dolphins to the Miami Dolphins. Now it's the player if they want to bind into this. I do believe that no players wants to go to a team that is not a winning team. And let's be honest, that's going to happen, right? Regardless. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be into the rebuilding mode. Or if I'm part of the rebuilding mode, what you got for me? That's what I'm worried about. You see, and that's what my concern is for the Miami Dolphins. Listen, I think we're gonna have to evaluate, and that's the word, evaluate. I'm excited, yes, for the coach. I'm excited for the GM, yes, but it's not something to say, wow, we got what we wanted. See, we don't know yet, guys, and I'm not gonna count myself now. Do I don't believe in them? Do I trust them? I can't say that. I can't do that. Why? Because I just don't know. We just don't know until the season starts. Now, there's a there's a lot of work ahead of us. Yes, there's a lot of work ahead for the Miami Dolphins. There's a lot, guys. Listen, I don't want to make this a long show tonight because I was looking at numbers and looking at contracts and looking at salary cap, and I could be all night with it. What they could do, what they cannot do, they can restructure, how can they trade, how can you cut a player in a certain date so you can save 10 million, 12 million, but the point is this, okay, for the fan base, and I want the fan base to understand this. You're going to have patience. You got to have patience. Sorry. You got to have patience for the Miami Dolphins 2026, 2027 season. I look at playoffs, first round, second round, wild card, whatever you want to call. This team has gone to the playoffs. We just haven't won it. So we have been there. We just haven't won it. And I know the frustration that's 26 years without winning a playoff. Now, can they come in here and change that in 1 year? Don't know. I'll be second guessing with you guys. That's why I'm trying to stay, you know, honest with you guys. Being honest with you guys, you got to give these guys a chance, okay? And I am. I am going to see what we have, because the moment we start losing, here we go. And that's the fan base. And that's okay because everybody has their opinion, okay? But my thing is, let's give patience to the Miami Dolphin coaching staff because you see already, Bobby Slowick's now our offensive coach. He was promoted. Now we're looking for a defensive coach. There's good. It's like they're changing the whole entire plan. And if they change this entire plan, okay, we're in for a long season. Now it could be a good thing. It also could be a bad thing. But I'm trying to stay in the positive side, right? So let's wait, see what this staff can do. So we do have the Super Bowl. All right. Don't have my picks. That is Super Bowl 60. Okay. Both team with great season. Both team tremendous. Like I say, what Grable has done with the New England Patriots, it's amazing. And by the way, one thing the New England Patriots did that's amazing. They're the only NFL team in NFL history that actually went 9-0 on the road, and that's including all the playoff game. And now they go what on the road, which both team goes on the road because it's not a home team to Super Bowl 60. So once again, I want to say this is going to be my Monday Night Sports recap. Everything that happened during the weekend. Like I said, I have a lot to talk about. There's baseball coming up too, guys. Listen, that's something that we're going to talk about. If you're a Florida Panther fan, I mean, finally the Florida Panther won back-to-back games. They won 4-3 against Minnesota uh, in overtime, and then they won yesterday 5-1 over Chicago. So the team is picking it up, with injuries and Kachuk coming back. That's going to help the team right now. So many games left for hockey. So we got hockey, like I say, baseball, NCAA basketball, which I haven't got there yet either. So I'm not trying to put everything together, at once because it's a lot for me to grasp. Because I mean, everybody wants to know what's going on, but right now the most important thing is that's it. No more playoffs. Now Super Bowl. The game is over. Then concentrate on the Miami Dolphins and the upcoming Major League Baseball season. I'm working, I'm working on some things. Give me a second. Sorry about that. I guess my phone, somebody was calling. I apologize for that. But anyhow, that's my goal. My goal is continue to to do these podcasts, give you guys the best information I have. I mean, I'm sorry I missed you guys. There was some issue with my channel, and thank God that everything's okay. I want to appreciate everybody for your support. Yes, and once again, I do have super chat. Yes, I do have membership. Check there when you see my podcast. You see where there's this membership, and listen, you want to join in? That's fine. Everybody's welcome to my podcast. It doesn't matter. But anyhow, that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much. And this is just a wrap up for Monday, but I'll get more information on Friday and whatever comes across. Check on my shorts for all the updates and breaking news and listen, whatever happens. Miami Dolphins, once again, cleaning house, getting new staff. Once again, Super Bowl bound. New England Patriots, congratulations. Seattle Seahawks, congratulations. They meet together in Super Bowl 60 2 weeks from now. So enjoy. That's the best I can say. Enjoy. And I think I want to be sure they meet. Let me give you the actual date for the Super Bowl because we got the Pro Bowl coming in. So that's going to be Sunday, the 8th at 6:30 p.m. And so far, Seattle is 4.5 point favorite. I don't go into those points. Best team win, but I'll tell you my pick on Friday. But once again, thank you so much, and you guys have a blessed night. And once again, fins up, guys.